Hey, this is Terry Bean. I'm coming at you live, as always, with my good friend Janet E. Johnson, where today the E is going to have to stand for eponymous.
What?
Eponymous. Oh, yeah, you're going to have to look that word up. Interesting tidbit about eponymous. It's the name of the first greatest hits album by your friends REM. It's kind of an eclectic word, which would have been a really better E word that people might have known the word letters too. But I like to make up shit. Hey, look at this, man! YouTube memer and making up a meme about it. That's really good. He's a good Googler too, or really smart. Anyway, so Janet, hi.
Hello.
How are you?
We're good. We're good. I've been thinking about this whole ACE thing for a while. I'm like,
yeah.
I don't have a clue. But
oh yeah, how to be an ace in business development?
Talk about creating the curiosity.
You got to draw people in every now and again, right? So we're going to talk about very specifically how to be an ACE, A.C.E, in business development. And I think it's going to be kind of a cool topic, mostly because I don't think a ton of people know what that means. And
anybody want to guess that's in here? Go ahead, you guys guess. I would say like apple, cat, elephant.
Because you have a cat and like apples doesn't mean that that's going to be what it is. Janet E. Johnson, you know better than that. You can't just make up stuff.
Oh, you do all the time.
I know, but I said you can. I didn't say people couldn't. It's very specific as to who can make up things and who isn't allowed to. Maker-upper, follower of rules, right? Exactly. That's why we blend so nicely. You are very this. I am like, wah! So,
yep.
That part keeps it fun, though, in a lot of ways.
It does.
So you know me pretty well, right? A is a word I talk about with some level of frequency. C is pretty much a word I talk about every single day of my life. And E is a word that I really shouldn't use at all because I don't do it all that well. So, but it's definitely something that I can teach because I understand why it's important. Did that help clue you in at all?
No, it's too early in the morning, I think.
It's too early.
I'm curious, though, to hear what it is. Nobody has a guess?
Nobody has a guess.
No
I
guess.
love it. I love
it. Must be just trying to think what you don't have that you say you don't feel.
Well, from a business development perspective,
yes,
right?
Yes,
and these are all things that you need to grow your business.
Content.
Content is good, but it is not
it's
content.
Not bad. No, I didn't figure it was, but Well, let's get it going. And let's
get it going. Let's start with A because it's very.
You should probably go order.
Yeah. Why? Oh, sorry. Yeah. So A, the first thing that we need in terms of the ACE principles, and I'm really just kind of workshopping this to see if this is going to be the name of a new talk and whether or not it resonates. But ACE, A, awareness. Right? So you need to create awareness. And awareness has got a couple of different things. Not only do you need to create awareness of your brand, of your business, of what you're doing, of what problems you solve, of who you're trying to help, and you need to make sure that people know exactly what that is. You also have to have awareness of the needs of other people. Right?
Sure.
Because as we're talking about my world of networking and getting people better connected, dramatic foreshadowing. As we're talking about those things, you have to have this awareness of what's going on. And most importantly, in the awareness pantheon, is being aware in the moments we are. We spend so much time disconnected and not present to what's going on that we miss really subtle cues. We miss buying opportunities from our prospects. We miss the opportunity to help those in our network. We miss the opportunity to be better connected to our kids or to our spouses or to whomever. You know what? And in a lot of ways, I blame this guy right here. Not necessarily Samsung. I blame iPhone even more because I'm anti-Apple.
Oh, really? You don't like them? Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. I'm not an Apple slappy. What can I say? But I definitely blame Apple. No, I blame all of that. Right?
Yeah, technology. Yeah.
Technology. We're so inner focused on this. And I catch myself walking. Yesterday, I'm at my kid's softball game. And I park after dropping the kid and the wife off, and I'm walking to the baseball field, to the softball field, and I'm in my phone, right? There's 87 things going on, the least of which is a foul ball that could crack me in the head, right? But there's people that I could be engaging with or doing other things with, but not me. No, I got to be this because that text or that Facebook update
at you or whatever.
Much more important than the thing I was actually doing. Looking around the stands, though, parents are doing this, right?
Oh, yeah.
Not aware, right? Not aware. So from a business hand to pocket, yeah, absolutely. Beamer says vibration beep equals hand to pocket. Whoop, got to check that out because that's clearly more important than whatever I was doing. So it kind of drives me nuts.
Very good.
That we're like that. So awareness. I want to make sure that you're spreading the word of what you do, right? That you're creating awareness of what's a good opportunity for you. Bob Berg, who we've had as a guest on our show in the past, said it best years and years ago. And his question was, how would I know if someone I'm speaking to is a good referral opportunity for you? You've got to make sure that you answer that question and have your network know exactly what that opportunity is. You want to create that awareness. So, awareness. What do you think?
I think you're right. You're right. And awareness can be used. What you're talking about is real world, out when you're at an event or at something, listening to people. But that awareness also could be used within social media and listening to others in social media too, and being aware of what's going on around you versus just, that's one thing with the writing of my book. I wanted to talk about, conversations. It is an awareness piece, paying attention to what other people are doing versus just you saying, look at me as a business or, or as a person. So I think awareness could be brought into technology too, and used to, better listen to others.
I like what both of you are saying. YouTube memers are saying, yes, you need to get into the mind of the consumer as well, right? So that idea of, we talked about this in social media all the time. Listen first, right? And I tend to skip steps, right? Because I'm only thinking about what I'm thinking about, like many of us do. But yeah, absolutely. Because if you are trying to sell something that the market doesn't need, you're going to have a really hard time selling it. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Ever.
It doesn't.
So great points, great ideas, and great additions, both of you. So thank you for sharing that. So C. Kind of
not
alluded.
Cat. Not cat, huh?
Not cat, not catch, not kismet, which actually starts with a K. I actually said it like 3 times in my little awareness piece. And at one point, not only did I say it,
I wasn't aware.
I even called it out. I said that was dramatic foreshadowing. C. Connected. Yes. Hi, I'm Terry.
Well, you say that all the time. Exactly.
Hello.
Told you, too early. I think we need these in the afternoon, because this morning.
Wrote a book called Be Connected. That kind of thing. So connected. And this is, I did a TED Talk a while ago about the 6 degrees of connectedness and just the overall importance of it. Right. And we can talk about connected in terms of how you're connected online and how you're spending time there. We can talk about connected as in who you're connected to. For years, the people would say, it's not what you know, it's who you know. I upgraded that saying a long time ago. It's not even what you know or who you know or even who knows you, right? But it's about how you're known. And that really ties back into that awareness piece as well, making sure that people are aware of you and that they connect you with the opportunities and the ideas that you need. So the thought there is showing people the different ways and the different ideas on how they can get better connected. I just did a LinkedIn video where I taught people how to change this one little thing in their profile. They have a custom URL, right? So there's a piece in your LinkedIn profile where you can change your LinkedIn URL. So instead of it saying linkedin.com/in/8742 Janet 666 Johnson 9438, You
Yeah.
can customize it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you can take that custom link and put it in your email signature. And then you can grow your LinkedIn network, grow your connections on LinkedIn by just via people that you're communicating with already, right? So there's a lot of different ways that you can actually get more connected.
Mm-hmm.
But what we really want to talk about, not only that, is the deeper connection, because we have a lot of loose ties, and loose ties are really, really important. In fact, a lot of the opportunities that show up in people's lives, whether for new employment or for new position or new gigs, for me, speaking gigs, come from people that know me through people.
Yes.
Right? As opposed
So
to
kind of like a LinkedIn second, third level connection in a way. But it could be through real life too.
exactly, and that's the same way it is. So you wanna make sure that you're casting that net wide
Mm-hmm.
and going deep with certain people. So the connection piece becomes really, really important in making sure that you not only create new relationships, but you maintain the ones you have, because that to me is really the core and the essence of what networking is. If
Yeah,
you're
I
not
agree.
if you're not doing those two things, you're not networking.
Well, and it goes both ways, doing it for others and doing it, helping out other people, and then you'll get it in return, and digging deep with your connections to get your business, but also the other way where, I constantly, I think I probably connect 2, 3, 4 people a week, for something. Yeah. And it just is because, we have big networks. We've been doing this a long time, and just run into things. And if I know of somebody that can help somebody else, why not? It doesn't, it's only going to come back to you some way, somehow.
It's, you know what, you're 100% right. When I talk about Motor City Connect here in Detroit, I talk about the three guiding principles are meet, understand, and connect. And meet is if you're not meeting new people and staying connected and meeting the people you already know, you're not networking. And understand is about how if you don't understand their needs and make sure they understand your needs,
Yes.
you're not really networking. And connect is 3-tier. It's one, we have to recognize that we're all connected from a metaphysical and from a spiritual place. We're all doing very well there. Number 2, if we're not taking the time to connect people with those we need to introduce them to, we're not really going to be able to network effectively. And number 3 is if I don't make a connection with you where you care about me and I care about you, we're not going to do it. So those 3 areas are really, really important from those things. So very, very cool stuff.
Very good. Well, now for
E.
the E.
Does this look like an E or does this look like
Excellent.
a
Well, E, we have had so many E's, obviously.
Oh, many E's.
You probably used this E once upon a time.
I hope so. And if I haven't, shame on both of us. Yeah, no, you know what? Because you're actually much better at the E than I am. Second letter is an X. Does that help?
Excellent.
You just said that.
Excel.
Accelerate.
Accelerate.
Existence.
Which one? There's a lot of EXs.
Execute. We have to execute the plan. No, that makes the assumption that there is a plan, right? And sometimes there's no plan at all, and it's really hard to execute a plan that doesn't exist. But we actually have to do the dang work. I joke about it all the time. People are like, "Oh yeah, you really need to do this." I'm like, "Yeah, I talk about that in my class often." If I could sit in my own stinking class and take notes and then follow them, I would be further along in life, right? Because I don't execute the plans that I give to other people. I got a note first thing this morning. Terry, I'm looking at starting a business. I would like to talk to you about whether or not you can help me market this type of work. And I said, you know what? Honestly, I can do 2 things for you. Here's how I can help you. I can either sit down with you and help you put a strategy together that you execute. Alternatively, I can introduce you to some marketing people that will be happy to execute it for you. But I'm not doing the latter. I don't do a good enough job on the latter for me. There's no way I'm doing it for somebody else. So
True.
that said, I can help you. I can help you in those two very specific ways, and I'm happy to do either one. But I'm not doing what you're really asking me to do, because that ain't going to happen.
It's not your area of
not
expertise. Executing is not your area of expertise. We've got a lot of EXs going on.
We got a lot. And you know what? I'm not an expatriate either. Oh, no, that's not it. We have to stay in our lane, right?
Yeah.
And the better we get at staying in our lane and doing the things where we excel and doing the things that are expected. Sorry. I'm just doing it because it's funny now. Mostly to me.
It's working.
But if we don't do those things, then we don't get the opportunity to keep doing those things. And the other piece of that is normally when things are going well, not only do you do really well in that space, but you actually enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily feel like work. And when it starts to feel like work, it's like, Mondays suck. I don't want Mondays to suck. I want to be just stoked about Mondays. I had like a 6-week period of Mondays sucking.
You did.
I didn't like it. I like Mondays again. I do.
I do too, because I always know I have, a lot to accomplish, and it's like I'm going to dive back in. And the last couple of weeks I've been working, but not like I work 2 hours, maybe on a couple hours on a Saturday or Sunday. Soon boating season happens, so that won't be happening anymore. But
that'll be over.
Yeah. But I mean, you know what? If I have the work to do, I can, it turns off your work mode of Monday through Friday on the weekend. So it just makes it feel different for some odd reason when you're in your own business. Yeah. But I do think executing is super important. Super important. You know what my biggest saying is, and I've been teaching my kids, and I just hound them. I actually bought my youngest a shirt because I hound it, and it's just do it. But that's part of execution. It's like, you talk about doing things, but you never take action, and if you don't do that, the execution, is that what it's called? Execution?
I did say it, yeah.
That's a long word.
You might as well be executed. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
But you need to do that. So just do it and get it done, so that you actually, because otherwise that's the people don't succeed in life if they don't just do it.
Oh my God, right? How many people do you know that have outstanding ideas? Just like the best ideas. They always spinning ideas, but they don't execute anything. And it's funny because I look at me and I think of myself as that guy, right? I think of myself as the great idea guy that does all this spinning, right? But doesn't really accomplish anything. And then I actually look back and go, oh, well, you did this and you won that and you won that and you did this and you must have done something.
You've done it. You just don't care to do it. Yeah.
It's not that it's that I don't even.
A little more work to kind of.
I don't even.
That piece in place or something. Yeah.
I don't even, right? Mm-hmm. Like the reality is I didn't do it as well as I expected to.
Got it.
That's the bottom line, right? Mm-hmm. I did it. But I did it like at a level that was okay.
Got it.
Right, in my head. Now, to everybody else, it was probably a lot better than okay. But to me, It was okay. Because I thought, because my expectation was, to the ceiling, right? To the sky, to the stars, whatever. And it's like, oh, well, you only built a tower that was 400 meters high. And, I was thinking it was going to be like 7,000.
Sure.
And now I'm using meters because
now you're having another X. You have high expectations for yourself.
I do. Yes, indeed. And I have an ex-wife to go along with that.
God, we have to.
My ex-wife is very cool. I never speak badly of her. Mostly because I don't have to talk to her anymore. No, she's cool.
That works.
She really is. All right, so
we have lots of X's. We should do a show on X.
We should do a show on
X words.
You know what? It'd be funny though, because when you're actually trying to think of X words, you ain't gonna come up with any of them, right?
Yep.
And like, oh man, I
But I
expected
do.
to excel.
I am glad you brought up execute though, because I think it is so important in a business. I mean, there's so many people that talk, and they plan, they have all this that, and they take maybe 6 months to do it, and then if they don't execute, they have nothing, and they're not making any money. Especially like the entrepreneur, you've got to execute. It's extremely important. You have to have that piece.
Have to have that piece, and if you don't have to worry about being an entrepreneur for very long.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, you just don't. And I got a message from a buddy today that was shifting careers, and it's like you look at what they want to do and what they're going to do, and it couldn't be much further off. You're going from I'm a writer and a publicist, but I'm going to go sell mattresses, and I get it, man. People got to do what they got to do.
Got to make their money.
Yep. Get it. I get it. And you have to.
But you hope it's only temporary for that kind of thing,
because
they need to keep their dream alive. But I know a lot of people get.
But darn well, and I know this guy, and this dude trips me out a lot because sometimes I look at him and I am similar. Right. And I know what the challenge are for him, and I know what the issues are for him.
Got it.
Because I live them, and next thing you know, it's like, I just don't want to be there. I want to stay focused on executing my plan. And it's funny, right? Because I've been back out working my plan now for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I've already drifted 4 or 5 times, and weird things have popped into my life that I didn't expect, most of which I've been able to hold at bay. But a couple of ones I've kind of dove into a little bit. And my wife was like yesterday, all right, you haven't mentioned you booked a gig all week. It's Wednesday, you're going to hit 5 tomorrow because you need to get some gigs booked. And I look at the activity. I look at how I'm executing. And I'm not doing the things that I did that first week to get the 5 I got. Right. So now it's a matter of you better get your stuff together and do the work. There's this young kid, 14 years old, Caleb Maddox. Follow him on Facebook. 14. He's one of the most influential motivators in the country right now.
I've heard of him.
He's everywhere. And this kid's line is work your face off. And it just kind of cracks me up because I wonder if he's like in English class working on his motivational presentation. I mean, is he still in school? Because he doesn't have to be in school. He did a video where he booked a $10,000 speaking gig. And I mean, the kid's got mad energy.
Well, they should work their face off, in the younger years, I mean, it's definitely, they got a lot of freedom at that point.
Yeah, but I mean, you think about it. I look back at me at 14 years old. Yeah. I was not thinking about how to work my face off. I might have been trying to kiss somebody's face.
Mine didn't start until the 20s. Yes. And it was later in the 20s. So yeah. That's majority of people. I think it's after college that they think about it. Yeah. They open it up. Yes. Exactly.
Right. And I look at my kid who's 13 and this kid who's 14, and I think, where'd I go wrong, man?
Mine's 17.
I'm a bad parent. So it's cool. All right. So we have
ACE. Okay. Go. Oh, I didn't do the last one, but okay. Go ahead and recap.
I'm going to recap it right now. So awareness, right? You have to, and I like the addition that you guys added. You have to make sure that people are aware of you and what you're doing and what a good opportunity is and who you serve. And so making sure that your network has an awareness of how they can be of assistance to you. You also have to be aware in the moments you are. You have to stay present. You have to be ready to actually be a part of what's going on whenever it's going on. Put the damn phone away is another way of saying that.
Yeah.
And finally, in terms of awareness, you have to make sure that you are aware of what's going on in the marketplace. This is an addition from Janet and the YouTube memer fellow. that you are aware that the market actually needs your product or service. I got a buddy of mine that's been building a software platform for a really long time, and I just feel like I'm watching somebody ram their face into a brick wall over and over again. It was a great idea in '08, bro. Knock it off.
Ooh.
It was a great idea in '08. Anyway, awareness. Number two, the C, was connected. You've got to make sure that you've got the right connections. The gentleman I was talking about earlier with the transition in the mattress world, right? I sent him a note back. I said, I totally get it. I said, if I had a dime for every time I said, I need to top grade my network, right? I have to take my networking from where it is to where it actually needs to be. Because unfortunately, as much as I like working with these people and helping these people, not all of them can afford me. All of these people can afford me. And I mean, and afford me without even thinking about it, right? So being connected to the right people gets you connected to the right opportunities. So connected is very, very important. And to learn more about that, you can just Google 6 degrees of connectedness, TEDx. I got a cool talk on it. I thought it was a cool talk. Although I will tell you, I would redo that order right now, because the way I said it back then and the way I say it now is very different.
Okay.
It's funny how you learn stuff as you go on.
Sure.
And the last letter is execute. And I keep throwing this E sign up, but I'm not sure if it should be this E sign, which looks like an E. Is it this one or this one? Janet, I'm talking to you, Janet. This one?
Which, I don't know.
Janet doesn't know what an E looks like.
The one you just did. The 3 doesn't even, your fingers don't look like an E anyway. So
my fingers look like an E. Maybe, all right, maybe that's it. maybe I just have ugly fingers. Thanks, Janet. I appreciate you.
There's no line up and down.
Dang.
There you go.
Is that what we needed? All right, we fixed the E problem for those of you listening.
They're listening. They don't even have a clue.
Like, they're still talking about this. Dude, get to the E. The E is execute, right? And it's actually creating the plan. That's the first piece of execution, right? Is figuring out what that plan is and then actually executing on it.
Absolutely. I agree. Great. So this is good. Very good information. So I hope the audience takes hold and makes sure they're following all 3.
Excellent. I do too. And if they do, they will be excellent, which is, yes, EX.
Exactly. I didn't even know I said that, but I just did. Wow. We're into that.
That's awesome.
We can call this show the X Show.
The X Show. This show has the X factor.
People would think it's X-rated or something.
Oh, that's so funny. Hopefully they extrapolate some good information from it.
Yes, there you go. There you go. Well, and if you thought this show was excellent, we would love it if you would subscribe to us. We are looking for some more reviews. We would love to have some more reviews on iTunes. Ooh. And we also would love to have you join our Facebook group on Business Growth Time. It's just go to Facebook, search Business Growth Time, and ask to join.
And it's pretty simple. And we'll even accept you.
Yes.
Or expect you, depending on how it is. All right. I'm excited. Thank you. I'm going to hit the pause recording because I think you nailed everything from a follow-up perspective. And we'll see you guys really soon.
Thank you.